Have you ever imagined waking up on a Monday without an alarm clock? Having breakfast with your kids, going out for a walk, and knowing that while you're living your life, money keeps flowing into your account? It sounds like a distant dream, I know. Especially for you who are sitting there, in debt, looking at your paycheck that barely covers the basics. But today, I'm going to show you, step by step, how ordinary people, fathers and mothers just like you, are learning to live off dividends and leaving hard labor behind. And most importantly, doing it in a real, honest way, without needing to win the lottery. So stick with me until the end, because what I'm about to tell you could completely transform your financial future. And if you believe you deserve a better life, hit the like button now and subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll find real paths to get out of debt and start investing with purpose. First, let me tell you a truth that maybe no one has ever told you so clearly. Your debt is not your fault. The system was designed to keep you trapped. Easy credit cards, endless installments, interest that eats up more than you earn. It's an unfair game. But there is a way out. And it starts with a simple shift in mindset. Stop chasing money and make money chase you. This is where the concept of living off dividends comes in. Dividends are a portion of a company's profits that go straight into your account, just because you own a piece of it. Maybe right now you're thinking, but how am I going to invest if I barely have enough to buy groceries? And I get it. You have kids, bills, overdue payments. But let me give you a powerful metaphor. Imagine your financial life is a sinking ship. The holes are the debts. You might be working hard, scooping water out with a bucket, but unless you patch the holes, the ship won't float. The first thing you need to do is create some breathing room. It could be $50 a month. It could be $20. The amount doesn't matter that much right now. What matters is building the habit. Because that habit will change your destiny. And if this content is already opening your mind, hit the like button below. That way YouTube knows this is important to you and shows it to more people who also need to hear this message. Now let me tell you a real story. Ricardo, a father of 3 from a small town in Minas Gerais, was drowning in debt. He worked from Monday to Saturday as a rideshare driver, and even then, the money was never enough. One day, he heard about living off dividends and decided to start. He opened a brokerage account, for free, right on his phone, and began investing $30 a month in dividend-paying stocks. Today, 4 years later, Ricardo still works, but with much more peace of mind. He now earns about $400 a month just in dividends. That might seem like a small amount, but for someone who once couldn't pay rent on time, that's freedom. And you know what else? He's already teaching this to his kids. And it doesn't have to be complicated. You can start with stocks like ITSA 4, BBAS 3, TAE 11, solid companies that have been around for decades and regularly distribute dividends. And the best part, when you reinvest what you earn, it becomes a snowball. It's like planting a tree. At first, you water it every day and see nothing. But when the fruits begin to fall, they fall on their own. You just harvest. So, have you ever thought about living off the harvest? Then take this moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Every week I bring practical strategies to help you build passive income, even with little money. And maybe you're still wondering, but how long does this take? The answer is, it depends on your effort and consistency. If you can invest $200 a month and choose good companies, in 10 years it's possible to build an income of $1,500 to $2,000 a month just from dividends. And if you increase that amount over time, that number can double. The secret is to start and not stop. As the saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Every month you delay is another month trapped in the debt cycle. Every dollar you invest is another brick in building your freedom. And look, this is not about getting rich overnight. It's about finding peace. It's about no longer depending on your boss or the government pension. It's about being able to look your child in the eye one day and say, "Daddy has time now." Because time, my friend, is the most precious asset there is. And dividends buy that for you. Time. Time to live. Time to dream. Time to take care of the ones you love. And if that makes sense to you, comment below, "I choose freedom." I'll read all the comments and reply with more personalized tips to help you take the next step. Do you know what one of the world's quietest pains is? It's the pain of a father holding it all together every single day, without knowing how he'll pay the next bill. No one asks if he's okay. They just demand. Rent, school, groceries, gas, all on his shoulders. And the worst part? It's feeling that no matter how hard he tries, it's never enough. But let me tell you something. You are not a failure. You were just pushed into a system that gave you no choice. And that's why learning about dividends can be your escape route. It's a silent plan, but a powerful one. You start small, almost invisible. But in 5 or 10 years, you'll look back and see that you've built a fortress. If this message is touching your heart, help me reach more fathers like you. Hit the like button and subscribe. Your action makes a difference. Your transformation can start now. In the past, we believed the path was to study, get a stable job, and retire. But that illusion is gone. Wages no longer keep up with inflation. The cost of living rises every month. Retirement barely covers medication. Working until death has become a sentence. But there is another path. And it's not magic, it's math. It's about investing every month in companies that profit with or without a crisis, and that share those profits with you. That is living off dividends. You turn effort into a seed, and that seed becomes a tree. With each fruit you harvest, you buy more freedom. And the most beautiful part? It doesn't depend on the government or luck. It depends on you. So if you're tired of fighting alone, subscribe here and let's walk together. There's a place for you in this silent revolution. The rich don't earn money only when they work. They earn while they sleep, eat, or travel. That's because they've built sources of passive income. And the most stable of them is dividends. Imagine receiving a paycheck every month from solid companies, without needing to get out of bed. Does that seem far away? I understand you. But what feels distant today can be your reality tomorrow. The secret is consistency. $100 per month. Then $200. One step at a time. What matters isn't the size of the investment, but the habit of doing it. The rich didn't start out rich. They started early. And you're still right on time. Take this opportunity and, like this video, show the algorithm that this content is valuable and needs to reach more fathers who are at their limit. Imagine your house needs water. You can take a bucket and fetch it from the well every day. Exhausting, right? Or, you can dig a pipeline. It's more work at first, but then, the water flows by itself. Working for a salary is carrying a bucket. Investing in dividends is digging the pipeline. You choose your effort, carry forever, or build something that sustains you. And the most beautiful part? Your child will grow up learning from your example. They'll see that there's another way to live. And they'll be proud of the father who chose to dig. If this image stirred something in you, comment below, no more buckets. Let's show that conscious fathers are waking up. Many of us grew up hearing that money was dirty, that investing was only for the rich, that hard work was the only way out. And we grew up not knowing how money works. The result? Debt, stress, sleepless nights. But you can break that cycle. By learning to invest in dividends, you not only change your life, you change your family's history. Your children will grow up knowing what no one ever taught you. Financial education is an act of love. And love builds legacy. If this makes sense to you, share this video with someone in your family. Teaching is a revolutionary act. Let's spread this truth. Albert Einstein said compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. And he was right. When you reinvest the dividends you receive, that value grows like a snowball. A small contribution today becomes a huge amount tomorrow. But most people ignore this, because they want immediate results. But dividends teach patience, consistency, strategy. It's like planting corn and waiting for the harvest. Those who plant every month, harvest every year. If you want to understand more about this invisible power of compound interest, subscribe here. Each video will give you more clarity and motivation. Debt works like quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. And interest becomes a monster that grows silently. But do you know how to destroy that monster? With planning. You list everything. Separate what's urgent. Renegotiate. Trade expensive debts for cheaper ones. Create financial breathing room. And then you start investing, even if it's just a little. Because every real that goes into assets pulls you out of the cycle of slavery. Dividends are your rescue rope. And if you need that rope, comment here, "I want out of the cycle." I'll respond with practical guidance for your reality. Have you ever said this, "I'd love to invest, but there's nothing left over"? That phrase is common, but it reveals a dangerous mental pattern. Because investing isn't about what's left. It's about what you choose to prioritize. $10 invested today is more powerful than $1,000 sitting idle 5 years from now. When you flip that switch, you change everything. Because investing becomes part of your routine, not something optional. And dividends start flowing without you even noticing. Take the first step, even if it's small. And if this insight made sense to you, like this video. Show that you're flipping the switch. There's a difference between those who consume and those who invest. The consumer spends the paycheck and waits for the month to end. The investor uses the paycheck as a tool to build the future. You don't need to be rich to invest. You just need to decide to stop being only a consumer. The rich consume less than they earn. The poor consume more than they have. That's the line that separates scarcity from abundance. Living off dividends means becoming an investor. A builder of the future. A father who thinks beyond the current month. If you're ready to be that father, subscribe now. It's free, and it could be the beginning of your breakthrough. Investing alone is hard. But when the family gets on board, everything flows. Call your partner. Explain what dividends are. Involve your kids, even if they're young. Turn your home into a hub for financial education. Set goals together. Celebrate every dividend that hits. When the family rows in the same direction, the boat travels farther. And there's no greater joy than looking back and realizing you built this together. If this chapter inspired you, share it with someone in your family. Show that you can walk side by side toward freedom. The job market is changing. Professions are disappearing. Stable jobs have become the exception. And in this instability, passive income is a safe harbor. Living off dividends is having stability in an unstable world. It's knowing that no matter what happens, you've got a solid foundation. You need to be prepared. Not just for yourself, but for those who depend on you. And that preparation starts now. Subscribe here. Let's build a safety net together that no one can take from you. What will you leave for your children? Debt or freedom? Fear or knowledge? Anxiety or security? Your legacy starts with what you plant today. And each dividend that lands is a seed for the future. Don't wait to have a lot to begin. Start with what you have. Because every step brings you closer to a life with more time, more presence, more meaning. If this video brought you clarity, comment here, "My legacy starts now." And remember, the journey is long, but you're not alone. I'm here with you every week. To remind you that freedom is possible, even starting from zero. Before we wrap up, let me remind you of a quote from Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." Powerful, right? But it's the plain, hard truth. The good news is that now you know where to start. And you're not alone. Here on this channel, we walk together. Each video is a step. Each step is a seed. So, if this video touched you in any way, like it, share it with someone who also needs to get out of debt, and subscribe. Your journey toward financial freedom starts now, with truth, with action, and with faith that better days are coming. Because they are. And I'm here to remind you of that. Always.